This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 8. And it reads, "Remember this, and show yourselves men." Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. And with that, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. YAHAWAH is the name of the Heavenly Father in whom the world has ignorantly called Jehovah, or Yahweh. And YAHAWASHI is the name of his only begotten Son, in whom the world is ignorantly called Jesus Christ, in whom we do worship. We are the Hebrew Israelites, which consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Seminole Indians, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, giving double honors unto my apostles, my elders, and my teachers, a great millstone that are ruling well, and continue to do so, that taught me and brothers like me this truth, this beautiful truth, beginning with the names of our power and of his anointed. Now these are the two most important things you could ever and will ever know: the name of the Heavenly Father and the name of his only begotten Son, their true and proper names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, our language, the Lashwan QADASH, which means holy tongue. Lashwan meaning tongue, and QADASH meaning holy. Now these be the names that are written. The name of the Heavenly Father is YAHAWAH. Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning exists or is to be. He is, he exists, he the existing one, for he is a rewarder of them that diligently seeks him. And in the name of his only begotten Son, a name that is above every name, given amongst men here on earth, to the Israelite man first, and also to the believer, consisting of women, children, helps of the prophets, and those that have faith, that shall be calling upon that name, even the mighty name, the name YAHAWASHI. Yah meaning he, Hawashai meaning deliverer and savior. For that is exactly what he will come and do for the second time in physical form, yet as an angelic force, and we shall see him as he is, and we shall be like him. So Lord's willing, this is an edifying lesson. And Lord's willing, I call this lesson, Fear the Beard, a badge of manly dignity. Grow it. All right, going into, the newcomers, brothers. All right, and just in general, just seeing men in this society is weak as hell, and they cutting their beard off for the ugly woman or whatever the hell. You got to have integrity, and we keep it because it is in our law, and plus it's just natural. It's nature. The male lion has a mane when it gets into its prime and gets older and goes and looks for its own pride and has his lionesses, right? So, all the males in the animal world, and, just in general, they have certain things to attract their mates. But for us as men, as man, being at the top of the height of men, being the greatest men to be created on the planet Earth, the Israelite man, all right? The apex, all right? We have a beard, and according to our law, it is law not to cut it, all right? Or to trim it, okay? Or to line it up. The Lord has gave us a natural line, all right? And is a badge of manly dignity according to the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, all right? And many nations in the ancient world, especially in the East where we come from, have beards. Now, they might have long hair and this other madness, or false beards like the Egyptians, or whatever. Or they shaved it off or whatever, like the Greeks and on down to the Romans, or even seen it as barbaric like the Romans did. They seen it as a barbaric, or only barbarians have beards, which that was the Israel off top, because that's according to our law. And it makes you a man. All right, and it has so many benefits to having a beard, just off top. It protects from a lot of diseases, all right, sicknesses. The hairs catch all the madness and cast them out, all right? When you get into a fight or whatever, especially back in early America, coming into the 1900s, you had the bare knuckle boxing and all that. If you had a beard, it protected you from the blunt of the impact. so to speak. Now going all the way back to the ancient world, having a beard, hey, showed you as a man, honorable, noble, courageous, brave. And if you didn't have a beard, you were either you were a boy becoming a man, or you were just a low-level, shameful thing. All right? So this is the book of Isaiah 49:9. That thou mayest say to the prisoners, because we've been in this prison far too long, all right? In the land of our enemy, and our men preferably have lost their way. But those men that have returned back, beginning with our apostles and elders and their elders before them, have shown us the way, the old paths. All right? And we have become to be men. We are showing ourselves to be men again. And it began with really the beard. I don't give a damn if you a fighter or whatever the hell, you got a family, children, or I got women, I get women all day, every day. That don't mean nothing. A lot of these men in this world shave and look weak as hell. But they got women, they got children. Some of these clowns can fight or whatever the hell. Or they think they're just so tough. But nah, once you take that off, you lose that. In the eyes of real men, and especially in the eyes of Yahawah, our power, and YAHAWASHI, our Savior, you're nothing. You're low level. You're weak. Okay? You're nothing. Because you allow some low level society and a lower life form, all right, a weaker vessel to tell you to cut it off. Oh, you look better without it, and all that crap. It's crap, man. That's why I got this little picture up there with my man Vegeta and Goku, man, with the beard. But where'd they come from? They just came from training in the hyperbolic time chamber, the most manly thing you can do in that universe. But look at them. Look at them. They have the beard on, you know. And then going into the Viltrumites with Invincible and Omni-Man, all the males of their society will have like a mustache. Mainly a mustache, you know, really a beard, but a mustache showed them like, all right, that they're warrior class, they're noble, they're men, they're a part of the military, all right, they're the men of the Viltrumite race, all right, and then all the women want to, you know, bear seed from them, so to speak. There you go. So throughout all time, and then in all these TV shows and venues, when it shows a man with the beard, oh man, off top there's power right there, without him even saying a word. There's power exuding off the man. And then I'm gonna go in this lesson and show how important the beard is, and the significance of the beard, and our law to tell you not to cut it. All right, the only time you see a man without a beard, or him plucking his beard out, is if he's in great mourning or he's in captivity. All right, now this is Isaiah 49:9, that thou mayest say to the prisoners, this is what the Lord have told us: go forth. To them that are in darkness, we were in darkness, but we seen a great light shine, even this gospel, this glorious gospel, the ministry of reconciliation, and the Lord returned us unto who we are. Beginning with the men. It says, show yourselves. They shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in all high places. And there you go. All right, now let's get to the gods. So like, yeah. When the Philistines, we were coming into the camp, all right, and the Philistines was shook because Israel was coming down, man. All right? And imagine Israel on their way from Egypt into the land of Canaan to wage war against the Canaanites. They were fearful, man. But imagine Jake in the prime, coming out of Egypt, freed, seeing Pharaoh and his army drown, and having just straight beards. All the tribes encamped, all right, in the wilderness. That must have been a fearful sight. All right, now let's go to this point real quick. And then I'm going to go to this article, The History of Beards. I ain't going to go all the way through it, but I might go all the way through it. But it goes to show you the importance of a beard. And this weak-ass society over here is all bugged out. I mean, now the beard is starting to make the glorious comeback. But in years previous, oh, man, you were hated. Oh, man, you need to just cut that, you know, and all that crap. But it is what it is. But brothers held their integrity and was like, hell no. Lost jobs, lost women, lost a whole bunch of things because we kept our integrity. All right? Where is it? Mighty gods. Bear with me, brothers. I know it was in Samuel somewhere. Bear with me, brothers. Bear with me. Oh, there it is. 1 Samuel 4:8. Woe unto us. Now, this is the Philistines talking. Who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with all the plagues in the wilderness. Woo! They're talking about Israel. And they remember what our power did, all right, unto the Egyptians. But they called us gods because we are gods. You're the sons of God. Is it not written in your law, ye are gods? Woo! Come on now. Come on now. And did not the Lord say he going to make man in his image? Or the AHTHAM? Or YAHAWASHI? And we already know that YAHAWASHI is the express image of his father. Come on now. Let's get that in our image. Let's get that. We've been made an image of our power, man. The angels look like us in our image. They are our brothers. So you ain't got no beard, you're a clown. A straight clown. And if you cut it off, you're more of a clown than anyone else. Okay? It was Genesis 1:26. And the power said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fishes of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. You see that? Let's see what that word is. I believe it's AHTHAM. Just want to check. Okay, and I got this little clip from Samurai Jack where his old self is talking madness, trying to tell him, it just ended, man. Kill yourself. And he got the beard. He's like, hell no. You know, he's fighting against that demon. He's fighting against his old man and shit. And I seen it and I was like, that's spiritual. That's brothers fighting against their old man, especially when you first came in and you brothers newly come in. Hey, man, it's a fight, but the hell with what people say, the hell with what your woman say, the hell with the job say, the hell with them. Keep your integrity. Do what the Lord, YAHWAH told you to do. Don't fear man. Yep, it's AHTHAM. And the powers said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. And that's it. All right? Let's get that. Going to the importance of the beards. All right. Real quick, we going to go. You already know. We're going to go to the book of Psalm, talking about Aaron's beard. All right, and then we're going to go back to what happened to David's men when their beards were cut. How it was a shame. All right. Now, this is the book of Psalm 133. And start at verse 1. The excellency of brotherly unity. A song of degrees of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. Woo! How about that? Woo! Call Yahawah BAHASHAM. Now let me get. I already had it up over here. Let's get beards. We're gonna get it in the law. Yeah, we're gonna get it in the law. Okay. Leviticus 19:27. Ye shall not round the corners of your beards, of your heads, like it, which is lineups. All right. So no lineups, man. You ain't gotta look all pretty and shit. Women really don't like that. I'll tell you straight up, but just off that, I was with a brother, man. We was having a little drink, you know, chilling, praising the Lord, and you know, it was really nowhere. It was somewhere to sit, but we were like, you know, trying to be in the cut somewhere, by ourselves. And, you know, there was these women sitting and nobody was sitting with them. And they like, oh, you can take these seats right here. You know, me and the brother sat down. We had our drink or whatever. And then this woman just kept staring at me, man. And I was like, damn, you know, I'm looking around, down. I'm like, man, I don't like just some woman staring at me. I got to know if she got a dude or not have a dude. So I was straight up asked her, you know. And she pretty much told me, you know, yeah, I'm cool, you know, because I wasn't like feeling her, but I was like, what, you know, why are you staring? Like, what's going on? Like, what's up? And she's like, no, just, you know, you know, I just can't, I can't tell. Do you see what I see? And I was just like thinking in my head, like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. She's like, well, you can't see what I see, what everybody sees. And then she kind of like leaned in and told me, all the women in this room want you. And I was like, dang. And you know, the brother, he's already talking to a chick, and he's already, you know, and I'm trying to tell the brother, like, damn, guess what this woman just said. But me and the brother just look different from everybody else. Now, there's certain dudes in there that have beards, but we look different with our beard. You see, there's a difference. See, we have the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. We're keeping a different way. Though we have the beard. You know, other men had their beard, but they probably had it lined up, trying to look pretty and shit. But me and the brother just went in there straight, you know. I mean, we groom ourselves. We look cool. We look presentable. But it's like we don't have to do all that extra bull crap. But she was like, just leaned in, was like, just know this. They ain't gonna say it, but every woman in here secretly wants you. Like, they ain't gonna say it, but I already know, I can see it. I'm looking around, I see it, you know. And she had told me, you know, because I had seen her finger, and it wasn't a ring on the ring finger, but I asked her, you got a dude? She's like, you know, I've been married, you know, but I'm just here with my daughter or whatever. But she had told me that. I was like, there you go. And I was thinking in my head, let other people speak well of thee and not thine own mouth. It says, let other men speak well of thee and not your own mouth. But it goes to show you that the first thing that she made eye contact with other than my eyes was my beard. So there you go. And women love it. And I don't give a damn what any of you women say. You know you do. So get the hell up out of here. There's a reason why men have beards all these thousands of years, man. And the women didn't have a goddamn thing to say about it. But until this recent weak-ass time, men started shaving. Preferably with that demon, Esau Edom. He did it back during the time of the Romans, and they were some clowns back then. So it is what it is. Now this is Leviticus 19:27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar, which is destroy, the corners of thy beard. Either take the whole beard off or line it up. That's destroying it. Okay, that's destroying it. And it's a life for this dog barking at this other guy, this other dude walking by. All right. Now here the dog go barking at this dude. All right. Hey, but that's us. We like the dog barking like, get out of here, get out of here. All right. Why this dog can't shut up, dog? You know, I'm barking right now. Let me bark. All right. Now this is Leviticus 21:5. It says, they shall not make baldness upon their heads, going into the men of our nation. Now, the only time you've seen baldness upon the head is when you were like mourning. Okay. In a certain sense, or like what Paul did. He kept the vow of a Nazarite. And when he had to break it, you know, he had to shave his eyebrows, his head, and his beard, so everything can grow back full. But showing like his dedication to what he pledged himself to, so to speak, you know. But you got clowns out there saying they keeping that vow, but you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't shave off everything, your eyebrows, your hair, and your beard, and then grow it back fully in time, because you really ain't keeping that vow. All right. Now this is Leviticus 21:5. They shall not make baldness upon their head. You got a lot of bald clowns in this society, and they weak as hell. They simps as hell. Simping. All right. It says, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard. See? Nor make any cuttings in their flesh. You know, a lot of dudes got these tattoos. The weakest dudes out there got tattoos, I'm telling you. Now, brothers in the truth had them before they came in, and they didn't get any more. All right. But these clowns in this world, these basketball playing clowns, these rapper clowns, they all have these tattoos, and they the weakest dudes out there. Dudes got bald heads, weakest dudes out there. Dudes ain't got no facial hair, weakest dudes out there. But the Lord is bringing something back. He's bringing the beard back. How about that? Okay. Now David used his beard to get him out of a dire situation. We gonna go into that. But let me play this clip. Shalom.
Just machines. I'll find a way. I always have. When you have the sword, but now it's gone. There's no hope. I've been doing fine without it. Well, listen to you. And what are you going to do when Aku finds you and realizes you have no sword? Aku doesn't know. And he hasn't shown himself in years.
Woo! And it's funny how the sword, right when I heard that, I thought about the scripture. Now, there's going to come a time where we ain't got the scripture. But the words of the scripture is going to have to be in us, right? We don't have to know the law and keep it. Shoot, hey, right now, brothers, when they at work or whatever, or around people, around a woman, we're living the scripture. We're living it. Okay? And look at this little clip at the bottom. It says, not a clip, but the little thing at the bottom of when I was scrolling through and I seen Vegeta and Goku with the beard, and then I was watching the elder Apostle Gabar and the elder Sakaran. They was going in, on their Tuesday afternoon live, and then it says right, and even Esau right there, could be an Israelite foreigner, but it looked like Edomite guy, right? But look, he got a beard on his face, right? And it says pause for a moment. See? Come on, man. It's all about the beard. Fear the beard. Okay? I'm gonna play the rest of this clip. He said, what happens if Aku finds out you ain't got the sword? He's like, I've been okay without it. Like pretty much if we're found without the actual scripture in our hand, we still gonna live the script. We still gonna keep the ways of our fathers, man. Come on now. Play the rest of this.
He keeps thinking that one of his machines can defeat me. Maybe he's right. You haven't faced anything so powerful. How much longer can you keep this up? It always seems bad at first, but then I find a way. They're just nuts and bolts. Just nuts and bolts. Who cares anymore? There's no way home. There's nothing to fight for. There's no more honor. Come to think of it, the only honorable thing to do is quiet. No! I won't spend eternity in this forsaken time! What do you want from me? I want it to end. Aren't you tired? Wouldn't it be great to be free of all of this? Our ancestors are waiting for us. They want you to join them. There. You'll never make it. They'll get you. I'll make it.
Man, that was it. He's like, our ancestors are waiting for us. There. He's like, you'll never make it. I'll make it. That's it, man. Because constantly your old man is talking his mess. Your parents might say something to you. The woman you might have had. Okay. Here's the ultimatum. Either you cut it off or I'm leaving you and all this other crap. And you was really thinking like, man, I'll never make it. If I don't do it. But then you were like, man, the hell with them. I'm going to keep my beard. I don't care. But you look ugly and all this other crap. I don't care. Well, you could have got that job. All you had to do is shave. You could have got the job. I don't care, man. Got a better job now. That don't give a damn if you got a beard. Literally, majority of the damn workforce have a beard. There's a few clowns that shave because they're clowns. But, for the most part, everybody has a beard. All the men. That works at the job because there's a whole different section in the furnace, the factory, the dye shop and the construction and forging room, and then you got the offices where the women mostly be, and then the men that's up in there with them. But guess what? They looking like clean shaven clowns, but all the men in the front is really doing man's work. Got beards, so it just goes to show you the separation, man. And who the women looking at? Okay, the men with the beards. because they doing a man's job, not some clowns in the office with them with no facial hair and shit, looking like some clowns, man. But anyway, moving on. It says, woo, man. Now this is going into 1 Samuel, and this is how David defeated the lion. Damn, he took the lion by his beard, his mane, to slay him after going after the sheep. But it goes to show you, see how David went up against a lion. He's manly. He was a youth at this time. He was a strapling. You know, he probably had some facial hair coming in, but he didn't have the fullness of his beard as yet. But you see how he's already a warrior at this time. And it says, and I went after him, talking about the lion, and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, going into the lion, the mane, and smote him and slew him. Did not David play with a lion and a bear as a kid, which is talking about a baby goat? Yeah, man. Because it was the manliness, and it's telling you how strong our youth were in the ancient world, how much more the men that had the beards on their faces, and there were badges of manly dignity, honor. Okay, it says, now this is David used his beard in his later years, right, to get out of a situation. Let's read it. 1 Samuel 21:13, and he changed his behavior before them. Talking about David changed his behavior before I forget the king. Let me go into it. I forget the king's name, but let's see. You got young Jays walking by right now. They soon gonna grow their beard. They might have been around David's age. That's funny. Some young Jays just came by, you know. But it goes to show you, they know when they grow it, they gonna keep it. Best believe that. But let's see here. Oh yeah, King of Kish. All right. Now we'll start. I start at verse 9. And the priest said, the sword of Goliath, the Philistine, whom thou slewest in the valley of Elah, behold, it is here, wrapped in a cloth, behind the ephod. If thou wilt take that, take it, for there is no other save that here. And David said, there is none like that. Give it me. And David arose and fled that day for the fear of Saul, and went to Achish, the king of Gath. And the servants of Achish said unto him, is not this David, the king of the land? Did they not sing one to another of him in dances, saying, Saul have slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s? And David laid up these words in his heart, his mind, and was sore afraid of Achish, the king of Gath. You know, because, you know, at times men be, oh shit, you know, your life is in jeopardy. Didn't mean that David was weak. He was being prudent. He was careful. He was sagacious. He was of a quick perception. All right. Now it says, and he changed his behavior before them and feigned himself mad in their hands and scrabbled on the doors of the gate and let his spittle, this is the point, fall down upon his beard. He's looking all crazy, you know, he's bugged out. But it got him out of the situation. Say he didn't have a beard on his face. How would he have looked crazy? He just looked like a damn, I don't know, they probably would have killed him just for not having a beard on. Like, this demons, kill him. But nah, he had a beard on his face, so, and that's how the men kind of was like, man, is that not King David? What the, hold on. Ain't he the king of the land, man? Man, women sang songs about this man. You know, come on now. You know, they sing songs about him. Ain't about to sing songs about some clean-shaven clown. No, they sang a song, songs for a great warrior that fought the wars of his God. Woo, for his God, our God, Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, who made us in his image. Woo, come on. It says, then said Achish unto his servants, lo, you see the man is mad. The man, see, you how he said, you see the man, he didn't say boy, because David had his beard. It says, you see the man is mad, for then have ye brought him to me. Have I need of madmen? That ye have brought this fellow to play the madman in my presence? Shall this fellow come into my house? Let's go to the next chapter. David therefore departed thence and escaped to the cave Adullam. And when his brethren, all his father's house, heard it, they went down thither to him. Woo! That's it. You know, and this is the beginning. All right, you know, the story of David, his campaigns really after fleeing from Saul. All right, now let's get that beard again. Now let's see what happened to David's men. And how this demon, a king's son did David's men wrong, and it was a very great shame. Now this is 2 Samuel 10. And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun, his son, reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will show kindness unto Hanun, the son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness unto me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon, which are the Japanese. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun, their lord, thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father? That he have sent comforters unto thee? Have not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it? Hey, because you know they came in looking glorious, came in looking manly, came in looking fierce. And that's why his counsel was like, hold on, no, you can't tell me they coming in here for good. They came in here to spy out the land so that they may take it. Just going to show you just how what they thought in their mind by seeing an Israelite man in his glory, in his prime, with a beard on his face, a manly badge of dignity. Woo! Come on now. You already know that David and his men, the armies, we made a quick work of these Ammonites and put they ass down for this great offense that they're about to show here in this particular verse coming up. Wherefore Hanun took David's servants, shaved off the half of their beards, not even the whole thing, half of it. Like, God damn, you know, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. Man, that was a very shameful thing to do. God damn. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet the city. They couldn't even come to David. They like, man, we through. Fuck, man. You know, man. You know, you be mad like, man, these fools, man. Man, you be mad as hell. Come on now. When you know, you might have children and the baby or somebody touched the beard, like, man, hey, hands off the beard. Hold on, hands off. Don't touch it. Come on now. You know, don't do that. Hey, okay. You kind of get a little antsy, like, hold on, hey, back up, too close, all right. But you know, you love a woman when she all feeling on it and touching it. Oh, I just love it. But you know, but still, you better hold on, back up. Don't touch the beard. Fear the beard, respect it. You know, this 2 Samuel 10:5. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Beth Rehob, and the Syrians of Zobah, 20,000 footmen, and of King Maacah, 1,000 men, and of Ishtob, 12,000 men. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering in of the gate. And the Syrians of Zobah and Rehob and Ishtob and Maacah were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him, before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of Abishai, his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, if the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us play the men for our people and for the cities of our God. And the Lord YAHAWAH, by Shemel do that which seemeth him good. And Joab drew nigh, and the people that were with him, unto the battle against the Syrians, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, then fled they also before Abishai, and entered into the city. So Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they gathered themselves together. And Hadarezer sent and brought out the Syrians that were beyond the river. And they came to Helam, and Shobach, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, went before them. And when it was told David, he gathered all Israel together and passed over Jordan and came to Helam. And the Syrians set themselves in array against David and fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel. And David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shobach, the captain of their host, who died there. And when all the kings that were servants to Hadarezer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon anymore. Woo! Come on now. And you can just picture the menacing fierceness of David's army, man. And David at the helm. Come on now. Woo! Showing no remorse, man. Slaying everything, man. Putting everything down. Okay? Woo! Where's the part where David took the crown off that demon's head? Talent. Let me get that talent. Then I got another account, and I'm gonna get this little article about the history of the beard. All right, not bad. Bear with me, brothers. Bear with me. Ooh, there it is. 2 Samuel. And 26. And Joab fought against Rabbah of the children of Ammon, and took the royal city. And Joab sent messengers to David and said, I have fought against Rabbah and have taken the city of waters. Now therefore gather the rest of the people together and encamp against the city and take it, lest I take the city, and it be called after my name. And David gathered all the people together and went to Rabbah and fought against it and took it. And he took their king's crown from off his head. Goddamn, just a boy. That's the same dude who disrespected David's men, who was the son of Nahash. Nahash was the king that did David well of Ammon. But his son, Hanun, that demon, is just a damn boy. Probably didn't even have no beard on his face when David seen him like this boy. And like, man, bow, kneel, and took the crown off. Man, give me that. And then let me go and take that off you, man. You're going to have to go and rise up off that. I'm going to take that. Goes to show you, man. It says, now, therefore, gather the rest of the people together and encamp against the city and take it, lest I take the city and it be called after my name. And David gathered all the people together and went to Rabbah and fought against it and took it. And he took their king's crown from off his head, the weight whereof was a talent of gold, with the precious stones, and it was set on David's head. And he brought forth the spoil of the city in great abundance. Woo! Man. And he brought forth the people that were therein, and put them under the saws, and under harrows of iron, and under axes of iron, and made them pass through the bricklin. And thus did he unto all the cities of the children of Ammon. So David and all the people returned unto Jerusalem. Yeah, put them into captivity, man. Put them to work. That was good. How dare you disrespect my men? Disrespect our God in only keeping his ways and his laws. Are you going to shame us as such and disrespect us in this manner? Oh, yeah, we're going to put you all to flight, and we're going to put all your cities into captivity. You know, that's just how I go. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. All right. Judas soldiers, the manliness. Let me get that. Judas soldiers. I know that was in the Maccabees because we know the Greeks are some clowns, some weak-ass, clean-shaven clowns, all right? Preferably the Edomites, right? And they hired other nations to fight with them, fight alongside them. But when they seen the manliness of the men of Israel, man, come on now. And you got to remember, these were the Levites, the priests, the keepers of the law, all right? And then, you know, all the rest of Israel had beards. And this is preferably the southern kingdom. So Judah, Benjamin, Levi, sprinkling of the northern tribes. But imagine, man, what they seen on the battlefield. Okay? Let's see here, the Judas soldiers. Let me get that. Judas soldiers. And I'm going to read this article. Ooh, there it go. There it is. We'll start. Ooh. Start right about there. We're going to keep it right there. But let me go to this article. It says beard history. All right, we know that is a badge of manly dignity according to the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. I wanted to get it in the manners and customs. It might not say too much, but I have to go back into my manners and customs and go to that particular part. And it explains it perfectly well, but I gotta go back into it. I haven't went into it in a minute. So let's get into this this little article. It says the epic history and legend of the beard goes back a long, long way. And there ain't no such thing as prehistoric times. Get the fuck out of here. But anyway, let's just read it as you know, according to E and shit. It says in prehistoric times, literally they're talking about the ancient times. All right? The ancient way, the old world. It says in prehistoric times, scientists believe that men grew long beards for three main reasons. First, for warmth. The beard provides the face with protection, be it from against diseases and sicknesses, and it's for warmth at times too, and it's very comfortable. You know, it says from the elements and a natural shield from the more delicate parts of the face around the mouth and lips. Next, I don't like that. Just I'd say ancient time, men grew their beards for protection. The thick, rich beards that they could grow were so full that they helped cushion blows to the face, concussions from a fist fight. Not with the right beard, my friend. Right? See? Gotta be a man, man. And man, I gotta say a quote, and part of my medieval French, but there's this show called Warrior. It's based off the writings of Bruce Lee. It's dope as hell. It's on Netflix. You know, Brothers is on it. But the main character is supposed to be, you know, Bruce Lee. I believe he's Jake. A lot of them characters on the show is Jake, Israelite foreigners. All right, you got a lot of Irish, the Chinese immigrants coming over there in the 1800s, during the Reconstruction era after the Civil War. A lot of Jakes, Gadites, you know, Issachar, a whole bunch of different venues of people are throughout that show. And majority of the, you know, the cast is Jake. Either actual Jake in their noble look, or Israelite foreigner that's actual Jake but looks like the other people, whether it be Moab, you know, or Esau, you know, or the other nations during that time. But there was a quote, well, not a quote, but there was a scene where there was like a bare knuckle boxing match going on behind this bar, this Irish pub, and my main man Leary, he's like the main Irish dude trying to get his men work in the city, and seeing that all the jobs are going to the Chinese immigrants coming in by the boatloads every day. He was trying to get work for his men, but a lot of them worked at his bar. A lot of them got money in the different fist fights that they had in the back, you know, the bare knuckle boxing. And all the men you see in that show have beards, right? And he was talking to this one young clown from Princeton or Yale or somewhere, trying to get at this chick that was trying to get at him. And she was like a well-to-do woman or whatever. And she's like, I'll just go out on a date with him. I don't really want to be with him, but I'll just I'll just go out on a date with him. And she took him to the most manly place she can go, to Leary's pub, which was the Irish dude, which, you know, the Irish are a tribe of Benjamin, Scottish tribe of Benjamin, you know, those different peoples. A lot of them trace their lineage back to Bunyamin. You know, that's my tribe. You know, and we're known to, you know, fuck shit up, fight, you know, you know, to get rowdy real quick. All right. But anyway, he was talking to the dude from Princeton, and he's like, you ever seen a fist fight? You ever seen blood? Because he was telling the girl, he's like, where's the ref? Who's supposed to start the fight? And she's like, where's the fun in that? And he's like, well, how do you know the fight is over? And then the dude got knocked out and then get back up. And she's like, it's over. That's how you know the fight's over. That guy's not getting back up. He lost. That guy standing over him, he won. And then my man Leary came up and was like, hey, let me ask you a question. You ever seen anything like this? And he's like, ever seen blood before? He's like, well, you know, I play some rugby at my university. And like my coach always says, if you don't see blood, you're not playing the game right. And he's like, all right, hey, all right, that sounds pretty good. That's cute, whatever. But he said, you see he's like, let me explain to you what you see out there. I don't know what the hell you see, but let me explain to you what you see out there. He said, you see two men fighting with the only weapons that God gave them as nature intended, right? He's like, and going blow for blow, all right? And the most manliest thing you can do to show what man you are, to show how manly you are, to show that you are something, that you can survive in this world of cruelty, so to speak, and that you had the balls to pretty much to make it through. And then he said, but there's no feeling like having the blood of your enemy, the warm blood of your enemy, dripping down your knuckles. And he's saying you can spend all your life. This is the point that I was saying, pardon the medieval French, you know, Sir Scissors listening or whatever, people getting all mad because, you know, we speak vulgar, whatever. But this is what he said. He's like, there's no other feeling like having the blood of your enemy or your opponent, his warm blood slipping, trickling down your knuckles. And he says, and you can spend your whole life fucking. All right, that's what he said. He said you can. He said you could. He said you can spend your whole life fucking or fucking your whole life, and you'll never get a pleasure like that. Woo! And I was like, oh man, that was hard. You know, he said it straight up. He looked it straight in the eye, like, man, you can spend your, you know, pretty much, you know, getting in with a woman. He said, man, he said you can be fucking your whole life, spend your whole life fucking or screwing. And you'll never get a feeling like that, to have the blood of your enemy dripping down your knuckles, and you know that you defeated his ass, and he's just on the ground, just through. And I was like, damn, that's hard. Hell yeah. So that's it, man. So you got a beard, man. Hey, you ain't about to have no concussion in no fist fight. You ain't about to just get knocked out. But you a clean shaven clown, your ass is hitting the pavement quick. Now this is it says in ancient time, men also wore their beards as a sign of intimidation, something that has carried through the centuries, much like the mane of the majestic lion. See, woo, there it is. I didn't even know they was going to say this, but see how we mashed it up, how David, he caught the lion by his mane and slew him. That was the only way that David could defeat him at that time as a youth, okay? It says, much like the mane of the majestic lion, the beard creates a manlier, more testosterone-infused look by creating the appearance of a thicker, stronger-looking jawline. As such, the beard of ancient world men were regarded as a sign of honor. They were only ever cut as punishment to mark the men who were not worthy of keeping their beards because of what they've done. Woo. Only a man who acted and behaved with honor was entitled to keep his beard. Now, according to our law, it was mandatory that all men have a beard and not to, you know, cut it off, line it up, shave it off. But even the men round about in ancient world societies seen it as a badge of honor. And the only time they would cut it off lesser men was when they deserved punishment or they didn't deserve that badge, all right, of class and nobility, all right? You look like a damn clown. Even David's men, they didn't even want to see David. They didn't want, and David was like, man, don't even come into the city till your beards be fully grown. It was a shame, man. And there's certain TikTok videos of men that have like little babies, and the babies have ever known the men with beards, right? And then these clowns shave off the beard, and then the baby just start crying and wailing and screaming and running from these damn demons. But yet those the baby, that's the baby's father, you know. But even the children are like, oh, get away from me, you demon! You ain't my pop. You ain't Abba. You through. Get out of here. So it just goes to show you that even the babies know. That nature itself shows you. Like, man, a man is supposed to have a beard. Okay? It says, the beard has meant a great deal to many cultures, above all else. However, the beard has always stood as a symbol of masculinity with tremendous importance. In Celtic tribes, for example, the beard was so revered that Otto the Great swore by his beard whenever he had something of great seriousness and importance to say. If men were to have to swear on their facial hair today, the world might be a much more honest and trustworthy place. Well, that's why brothers only dwell among brothers, man. Don't dwell among these clown ass niggas with no beards, or these other groups that are still clowns. Yeah, you might have a beard on your face, but you line it up, try to look pretty for the women. You're a clown. You're not to be trusted, man. You're bugged out. You've been in the West too long. It says in ancient India, which is the Elamites, and in most Eastern cultures where we come from the East, beards were venerated at a higher level than almost anywhere else. Long beards stood for dignity and wisdom. And we just read in the psalm about Aaron's beard went all the way down to the skirts of his garment. And David was explaining brotherly unity, brotherly love. There's no greater thing than it. And that's our nation. All the tribes were once brothers among brothers, and now they're a multitude of peoples. All right? That's it. That's the tribes. It says, beards were venerated at a higher level than almost anywhere else. Long beards stood for dignity and wisdom, strength and courage. And this is often the case today. Beards in these places were so revered that they were also used in the prosecution of crimes. A typical punishment for licentiousness or committing adultery was to have one's beard cut off to show those around him that he was not worthy of the honor that is having a beard. Now, we know you committed adultery in our society, your ass is getting stoned to death, you and the woman, and you out of there. But even in these other cultures that didn't have our law, of that stoning, they will let all the society know, like, hey, stay away from that weak ass nigga over there, that demon, that piece of shit right there. He committed adultery. He slept with another man's woman. So they'll cut his beard off and just have his ass probably wandering through the street somewhere. Everybody probably throw stuff at his ass, if not kill him. Okay? So it says, in addition, men also pledged their beards for the payment of a debt. Ooh, man. How about that? That's kind of crazy. Like, damn, own my beard. I'll pay this debt off. This is all I own. All I have is my beard. Damn. Okay. Man, that'll keep you to pay your debt, man. Especially if somebody's like, hey, man, we going to take your beard off, man. You don't pay this debt. Like, damn, okay. All right, I'll do it. All right, don't take the beard. All right, don't take it. All right, it says the beard is a very personal thing. During the Middle Ages, which was during the time that Jake was ruling, after the fall of the Western Roman Empire, those clean-shaven boy lovers, those clowns, it says during the Middle Ages, for example, touching another man's beard was downright offensive. It could even be grounds for a duel. Woo, the last duel. It says some might say that this is still the case today, although there are far fewer duels in 2016. So this article came out a few years back, but it's still relevant to even 2024. It says then there were 1,000 years ago in ancient Egypt. Now this is the thing that got me like surprised. Like, oh snap, what the hell? It says in ancient Egypt, come on, of all places, right? The beard was regarded as a symbol of wealth. power and importance. Woo! Come on now. What the hell? That's crazy. I don't know. But that's crazy. And it's crazy how the slaves that the ancient Egyptians had, Mizraim, the slaves, the Hebrews, we had beards. So pretty much they're in their society, even though we were in a lower state, we were still seen as symbols of wealth, power, and importance. Because we're the people of the Lord, even though we were in captivity. But only the upper echelon of Egypt is going to tell you had the beards and stuff. It says, in fact, the richest and most powerful men during those times would have their beards dyed and painted with interwoven gold threads. The ancient Greek and Mesopotamian cultures also dressed their beards and treated them with an incredible amount of respect. And that goes to show you, and I believe where it's talking about the ancient Greeks and Mesopotamia, going into the areas of Iraq and Syria and Damascus and Lebanon and the Greeks of Japhet, not really the Greeks of Esau, Edom. They were like kind of the ones to start that clean shaven madness. But the Greeks, the original Greeks, Japhet, all right, the children of Japhet, they had beards like the Medes. If I'm not mistaken, if we were to look up Darius the Mede, best believe this dude gonna have a beard on his face. All right, so, yep, reading on, it says, this early form of grooming has been replaced with magnificent waxes, which is madness. Really, they want to say oil. Well, there you go, oils, because brothers use the beard oil. Okay, it said, and balms that can now help men keep their beard looking its absolute best at all times. As the Vikings explored, now we know who the Vikings are, presumably the tribe of Benjamin, all right, Benjamin, the Vikings, all right. It says, as the Vikings explored, raided, and traded their way across Europe and other areas of the world, they did so with some of the most legendary beards in history. They were advanced seafarers, and they used their beards to strike fear into the hearts of their opponents wherever they went. Recent archaeological discoveries show that the Vikings took great pride in their appearance and their personal grooming. Yeah, they didn't just look like some damn, just like crazy and shit. You know how brothers be looking on the camera, looking cool, looking decked out, the beard be glowing and shining. That's how the Vikings look when they stepped off the ships, man. They didn't look like how Esau is trying to portray them as these ugly ass Edomites and shit. Like, nah, man. They kept very well their selves, man. They were nobles, man. They were Vikings, get it? Kings. Hell, they just gonna go looking any type of way. Come on now. And plus they're Jake, man. We're royalty, we're nobility. Come on now. We don't move like that. It says, reading on, it says, wherever they went, recent archaeological discovery shows that the Vikings took great pride in their appearance and their personal grooming and didn't just let their facial hair run wild. See, they're even saying it in the article. They are widely regarded now as having had beards which were far more manicured than we may have previously thought. And as you know, a well-manicured, a much cared for beard is the best kind of beard there is. How about that? Now they make the dude look like he's an Edomite, but really just imagine a Jake with a fro or some cornrows or whatever, man. That's fierce. All right? It says during the Middle Ages, a proper beard displayed a knight's virility and honor. Now you're going into the knights of the Middle Ages, and that's Jake again. Now let's go into virility. Let me get that word, virility. All right. This is a beautiful lesson, man. I didn't even think it's gonna be this long, but man, the beard is important, man. I seen some just clowns and shit at work. I'm like, get the, because for the longest time, I had a beard. We all moving. We moving in one accord. All right. Even Jake, that's just in the world that don't know nothing about what brothers do. They look tight with the beards, but then when they shave them off, you looking at them like, look at this fucking worm, this clown right here, man. What the hell are you doing, man? You don't look right, bro. What the hell's going on, man? It says period of manhood. Ooh, virility. Yeah, that's a tight ass word. I'm gonna start using that. We're men of virility. Period of manhood, man. We bringing it back. It says manhood of a man, manly, worthy of a man. Ooh, a man, a hero. Ooh, man, meaning power of procreation. Woo, pretty much like you that man. You can get down, like women love you. Come on now. It says power of procreation, capacity for sexual intercourse. Ooh, you know, women love that. Like that woman said to me when I was at the bar with the brother. She's like, they ain't gonna say this, but I'm gonna let you know that every woman here wants you. Like, dang, all right, cool. Thank you. I was praising the Lord in my head, like, hey, boy, y'all bet you my shot. The Lord did that. I ain't do that. It says manly strength. Woo! There it is. All right, so that's the word virility. Let's go back to this article. About to be nearing the end of this article, and then we're gonna get that scripture of Judas and his men in the battlefield, and after that, we're gonna close out. But this is bear with me. It says it says during the Middle Ages, a proper beard displayed a knight's virility, pretty much his ability to procreate and his ability in sexual intercourse. Apparently, you see, all the women wanted a knight during that time, especially when they got rescued, right? The knight will reveal himself under the armor. And what would the women say during that era? I want a man who's tall, dark, and handsome. See that? That don't fit Esau, the self-proclaimed white man. It don't fit that clown. It only fits Israel. It fits Jake. All right, because I learned recently from the elder Malcolm, much love to that elder, that brother, and all them brothers in the camp out there in Chicago, man, Chi-Town, and all you brothers everywhere, man, from the apostles and elders on down, double honors, much love, honor, and respect unto you men out there fighting this fight, all right, who brought manliness back to this world, that made the world open the book again. Woo, the Bible. Much love to you brothers, man. Stay strong, keep fighting. But going even into that, the women want a man that's tall, dark, and handsome, man. Come on, man, that's brothers. And the elder Malcolm brought out that the term Negro was mainly by law put on the Native Americans, the Gadites and the Reubenites, which were our brothers, and they were dark and the bronze-skinned people, or what they would call tawny or swarthy. All right, but it goes to show you that all the tribes had that melanin in that skin, man, before the conquerors, before the dark times. All right, it says during the Middle Ages, a proper beard displayed a knight's virility and honor. The Catholic clergy, which these are demons, on the other hand, were always clean shaven, which is bugged out. What the hell? It's bugged out, man. But you know, that's when the Edomites was getting up in there, the papacy and all that. It was changing things up. But you know, best believe Jay had a beard throughout all that era, man, that time. Come on now. It says, and these clowns wasn't celibate, because there was no time in the histories that the priests of old ever kept themselves from being married. That's some bugged out ass crap. All right. It says, and clearly to signal the opposite of what the great knights stood for. It says the beard clearly has always been serious business. This is perhaps even more evident when it comes to the military application of facial hair. For centuries, you see, akin to the knights of yore, soldiers from all over the world have been engaging their whiskers for battle. In the 18th and 19th centuries, French troops had very specific types of facial hair for different roles. Their elite troops, known as grenadiers, always wore large manicured mustaches. Infantry chasseurs wore mustaches and goatees, and the gardames were in fact mandated to keep a mustache until 1933 during the First World War. French troops were known by the nickname Pilou, meaning the hairy one, in reference to their ever-present facial hair. Following this trend of virility and aggression, troops in the British Army were mandated to have a mustache from 1860 until 1916. Indeed, Command number 1695 of the King's regulation read that the hair of the head will be kept short. The chin and the underlip will be shaved, but not the upper lip. So, they just kept a mustache, which is ugly as Esau and shit. This clown started shaving bullshit. But that's just that clown, But it says today men are bringing, what men? The men of the Lord. Today men are bringing the beard back in all its glorious forms. The beard is not just for the lumberjacks or the woodsmen anymore. Men from all walks of life are earning their wings and regaining command and control over the wild beard, cultivating it and bringing it to environments both urban and rural. Statistics show that women are helpless against the primal urges that the beard brings forth in them as well. Surveys demonstrate that full bearded men appear older, more respected, more powerful, and of a higher status than more non-bearded men. You see that? You see that? Let's go. As the calendar rolls forward, the men of today take their facial hair forward with them. The difference with the modern man is that he wants to use the best products to get the best from his facial hair. After all, he wouldn't go into battle without the best equipment. Why face the day with a poorly manicured beard or whatever the hell? Esau's too into his beard. You want to make it look nice. But that is what it is. Let me read this statistic one more time. We're going to get the scripture and we're going to close out. It says, statistics show that women are helpless against the primal urges that the beard brings forth in them as well. Surveys demonstrate that full bearded men appear older, more respected, more powerful. See, that's the point. More powerful. And don't forget about that word virility. We just went over it. You know what that means. And of a higher status than more non-bearded men. So brothers, always remember that when you have that beard and some clown is next to you and he ain't got one, just know that you're of a higher status than that dude. That you're more powerful than that guy. More respected than him. And you appear older because we are older. We're men of the past. Men of the ancient. And just know that the women are helpless against thee when you wear your badge of manly dignity. Come on now. It said, let me go to the old paths and we gonna be out. Old paths. And then we're gonna get that account in the book of the Maccabees, and we out. This is Isaiah 58:12. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in. Now, this is the point. Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk there. And see, majority of our people don't want to walk in that way. That's why their ass is getting belittled, getting embarrassed, getting left, getting cheated on, getting ridiculed, being hated by their children. And certain brothers, we might go through that too, but it doesn't matter. If we're good in the sight of the Lord, the hell with everybody else. They're going to die anyway. And whoever's going to be on our side, well, they're going to be all right. So it is what it is. But hey, where's the good way? And we're going to walk in it. We're going to walk in that way, man. We're going to walk in that way. We're going to show ourselves to be men. All right? Horses. Let me get that chair. Chariots. I forgot how it goes, but bear with me, brothers. Bear with me, brothers. Bear with me. Pretty much the Lord said to keep his ways, and we're going to come in gloriously on chariots and horses, things of that nature. I forget how it goes. Maybe it's in the Psalms. Bear with me, brothers. Bear with me. Nope. Let's put writing. Bear with me, brothers. Bear with me. There it is. I believe that's it in Jeremiah. Yup. I believe that's it, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's it. That's day 1. I believe that's it. Okay. Yep. Con. Yep. Jeremiah 17:23. But they'll, well, that's 2/3, but whatever. But we gonna obey. And it shall come to pass, if ye diligently hearken unto me, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, to bring in no burden through the gates of this city on the Sabbath day, but hallow the Sabbath day, to do no work there, and see, just keeping the ways of the Lord. Then shall there enter into the gates of this city kings and princes, sitting upon the throne of David, riding in chariots and on horses, they and their princes, the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And this city shall remain forever. Just got to do what the Lord told us to do. Keep the Sabbath. So us keeping the Sabbath, even though we got to work, we keep it in our spirit and in our mind. And when we do keep it, we keep it, right? But what you can do, there's no excuse. Because, there's certain laws we can keep and certain laws we can't keep perfectly. But we keep the law to the best of our ability. The one thing you can do as a man, straight up, is keep a beard on your face. You can't fucking tell me that, well, I can't, in the job and all this other crap. Fuck out of here. Ishmael can keep his shit. A damn rat, the small hat, they can keep theirs, but you can't keep yours. Show your integrity, man. Be a man and show yourselves to be men. All right? It says, then kings and their officials will go in and out of these gates forever. There will always be a descendant of David sitting on the throne here in Jerusalem. Kings and their officials will always ride in and out among the people of Judah in chariots and on horses, and this city will remain forever. See that? Just got to keep the way of the Lord. Now let's get these last last scriptures, and we out. This was edifying. It's going in. Let's go. Start at verse. Verse 7. And they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong and well harnessed, and compassed round about with horsemen, and these were expert of war. Then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not their multitude, neither be ye afraid of their assault. Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea, when Pharaoh pursued them with an army. Now therefore let us cry unto heaven, if peradventure the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy this host before our face this day, that so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel. Then the strangers lifted up their eyes and saw them coming over against him. Wherefore they went out of the camp to battle, but they that were with Judas sounded their trumpets. So they joined battle, and the heathen, being discomfited, fled into the plain. Howbeit all the hindermost of them were slain with the sword, for they pursued them unto Gazara, and unto the plains of Idumea, Edom, and Azotus, and Jamnia, so that there were slain of them upon a 3,000 men. This done, Judas returned again with his host from pursuing them, and said to the people, be not greedy of the spoil, in as much as there is a battle before us, and Gorgias and his hosts are here by us in the mountain. But stand ye now against our enemies, and overcome them, and after this ye may boldly take the spoils. As Judas was yet speaking these words, there appeared a part of them looking out of the mountain, who, when they perceived that the Jews had put their host to flight and were burning the tents, for the smoke that was seen declared what was done. When therefore they perceived these things, they were sore afraid. These are our enemies, right? And preferably these are the Greeks. And mind you, just imagine, you just gotta imagine these niggas ain't got beards. These are some clowns, weak ass little soy boys and shit. They just got the equipment, they got armor and shit like that. But you ain't got the heart of a warrior. You ain't got the spirit, and you ain't got a look of one. You don't have the manliness on you. You don't have the badge of manly dignity upon your face, along with helmet and shield and sword and stave. Come on now. And greaves. All right? You don't have that. Now it reads on. It says, who when they perceived that the Jews had put their host to flight, which means put them to death, and were burning the tents, for the smoke that was seen declared what was done. When therefore they perceived these things, they were sore afraid, seeing also the host of Judas in the plain, ready to fight. Woo! They fled, every one into the land of strangers. Then Judas returned to spoil the tents, where they got much gold and silver and blue silks, and purple of the sea and great riches. After this, they went home and sung a song of thanksgiving and praised the Lord, YAHAWASHI in heaven, because it is good, because his mercy endureth forever. Thus Israel had a great deliverance that day. Now all the strangers that had escaped came and told Lysias what had happened, who, when he heard thereof, was confounded and discouraged, because neither such things as he would were done unto Israel, nor such things as the king commanded him will come to pass. The next year, therefore, following Lysias, gathered together 60,000 choice men of foot. All right, 60 is 60,000. A score is 20, so 60 is 60. 60,000 choice men of foot, and 5,000 men that were that he might subdue. So they came into Idumea, land of Edom, and pitched their tents at Bethsura, and Judas met them with 10,000 men. All right. And when he saw that mighty army, he prayed and said, blessed art thou, O Savior of Israel, who didst quell the violence of the mighty man by the hand of thy servant David, and gavest the host of strangers into the hands of Jonathan, the son of Saul, and his armor bearer. Shut up this army in the hand of thy people, Israel, and let them be confounded in their power and horsemen. Make them to be of no courage, and cause the boldness of their strength to fall away, and let them quake at their destruction. Cast them down with the sword of them that love thee, and let all those that know thy name praise thee with thanksgiving. YAHAWASHI. So they joined battle, and there were slain of the host of Lysias about 5,000 men. I believe that was half of his force was already gone. Let's go back up to the number of the force that he came with. Okay. See here. See here. I believe he had three score thousand and then 5,000 men. So the 5,000 men already fell. Let me see where's that at? Where is that at? Okay, yeah, it was up in here somewhere. Right. Bear with me, brother Salaki. All right, there we go. 3,000 men who nevertheless had neither armor. No, that wasn't it. Dang, where is it at? I just seen it. Salakia. But anyway, Judah slew those 5,000 men. All right. So that was like, oh, there we go. Three score thousand choice men of foot and 5,000 horsemen. So the 5,000, damn, Judas had to slay the horsemen. Damn, 5,000 of them. Because there was 60,000 choice men of foot and 5,000 horsemen. And this is how many the Judas slew, just in that first engagement, was 5,000 of them fell down. All right, it says, so they joined battle, and there were slain of the host of Lysias about 5,000 men, even before them were they slain. Now when Lysias saw his army put to flight, which is to death, and the manliness of Judas' soldiers, and how they were ready either to live or die valiantly, he went into Antiochia and gathered together a company of strangers, and having made his army greater than it was, he purposed to come again into Judea. Then said Judas and his brethren, behold, our enemies are discomfited. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary. Upon this, all the hosts assembled themselves together and went up into Mount Zion. And there you go. And that was the beginning of the Feast of the Dedication, the beginning stages of it. But it goes to show you that when they seen the manliness of Judas' soldiers and how they were ready either to live or die valiantly, that's when that demon Lysias fled into Antiochia and went to gather another army, which is going to be slain anyway. But with that, hey, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, by whom we do function double honors, unto my apostles, my elders, and my teachers at Great Millstone that are ruling well and continue to do so. Salutations, peace, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, that house of David. To you brothers out there fighting this good fight of faith, keep it up. To you sisters doing that which is becoming the women, Shalawam. And to those that are addicted unto this ministry, I say, Shalawam. Was when you are edified. On to the next one. Shalawam.